Welcome to this tutorial on Wiggio.com, where you can send email, text, and voice messages and also have text alerts from calendars sent out to your students. So we're going to quickly create an account. I'm going to have to sign up now. So creating a free account. So it's going to send me an email. Here's my confirmation code, which I will copy, Command-C, and go back into Wiggio and paste, Command-V, and confirm. And here is what the Wiggio interface looks like. You have a feed, a folder, and a calendar section. So we are going to need to create a group to add events or messages to the group in the feed. So right here you can create a group. We'll do Shawnee TV 13-14. And the group password is going to be the same. So Shawnee TV 13-14. And here is your membership alert setting. So by default, new group members should receive a post by email or SMS, a daily summary of posts by email or no mail. I'm going to select each post by email or SMS, and SMS is how they're going to receive the text messages. So we will create a new group. And we'll make it an academic group. And we'll manage the group settings. And it's thinking right now. You can get to these group settings by clicking Manage Group. It's always at this top section here. And here is that initial screen that we saw, but down here you're going to want to check out the permissions and set them according to how you want your group to function, where regular users, so your students and not you as the admin in this group, should be able to do the following. So if you want your students to be able to create calendar events or add items, set up meetings, set up conference calls, create polls, send mass text messages, those types of things you may only want to have the admin able to do. So you can uncheck all of them or some of them or however you want it to go. We will say post comments and create to-do lists. Invite new members is fine. Set up chat rooms. Add items in folder, and let's stick with that for now. So we want to definitely hide email addresses and phone numbers from being visible to other group members. And if you wanted to delete the group at the end of the year, that's where you would do it, and we're going to save. So now that we're kind of configured here, we would be able to go into the feed. Okay, so once you have your group configured, you select the group that you want to start a conversation with, and if you had students in your group, you would be able to add a subject and start a conversation here, and you would be able to type in characters that would either be texted out or emailed out depending on how you have your students set up their accounts. But the really cool part is the calendar. So if you go into the calendar, which is currently loading, And by the way, if you have any questions, you can go down to this how-to area here, and that should run you through a pretty good tutorial for each of the options. If you needed multiple groups, you can create multiple groups here. And then once students create their account, they would do the same thing we did at the first step where we entered our email address. Or you can also connect via Facebook, and we'll show you that in a second. And they would click join a group once they're signed in, and they confirm with their email, and then they'd be able to join the group. And that was the settings that you set up when you click the manage group area here. Or when you're first creating a group, it asks you what the group name is, which would be Shawnee TV 13-14, and then the group password, which was Shawnee TV 13-14. And you would just tell your students what the name and the password are, and that's how they'd be able to join the group. So back to our calendar. You'd be able to click on a date, and this event could place description, remind before this event by text and email, 1 week or 15 minutes before the event, and then this can be sent to your group members based on their mailing preferences, or you can force it regardless of their mailing list preference, and or not send any notification. So this is a super useful part of Wiggio, where you're creating events and text messaging those events to your students. So we'll just cancel that for now, and I'm actually gonna log out. So that's what the admin would do, but maybe we can look at the student side of it and see what it looks like. So for student experience, they would go to wiggio.com and they would create a sign up now, or they can connect with Facebook. And I'm just going to do that because that's probably the easiest way to do it. You don't need any of their Facebook information. Right now what it's doing is it goes to the student's Facebook account or whoever's Facebook account, and it finds the email address that they're registered with, and you say OK. And that's it. And then all they would have to do is join the group. And the group name again was Shawnee TV 13-14, and Shawnee TV 13-14 was the password. And we'll join, and we've been welcomed to the group. And now we will be able to see any of the feed, any of the conversations that have been started, and any of the calendar events. And the one last thing that you would ask your students to do, you would have to change your mailing preferences. So you can go into the profile for the student, and they can change their preferences here, so how they would like to be contacted. So if they wanted to be contacted, you would set your carrier and type in your cell phone number, and they would also want to hide their email and phone number. So alerts would be sent to the account email address that they sign up with, or they can also add their cell phone number, and then anytime the admin or whoever you set that's able to send out feed messages or calendar events, they'd be able to send out messages to the whole entire group. And it's a pretty powerful little web application to make all that happen. So hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. Also, please check out the section down here that tells you kind of how to set everything up on Wiggio and what it is and what it does. It's right at the bottom of the page.